The UK Nationals was insane. Burning Abyss, a deck that we highly touted on our meta analysis, not only topped, but won the entire event. This caused a huge price spike on certain cards, as well as some decreases on cards that we never have seen before. They've hit an all-time low. In this video, not only am I going to give you guys a market watch, I'm going to give you guys an in-depth market watch on what cards have went up, what cards have went down, and cards that you guys should be investing in. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. I also want to give a shout out to all of my Patreons. Without you guys, these videos would not be possible. Really appreciate every single one of you guys. Also, be sure to hit that like button for this first time series if you guys want to see more. Keep in mind, it lets us as content creators know that you guys want to see more of these videos, and I will continuously provide you guys more market watches. Without further ado, I present to you an in-depth market watch that you guys should be paying attention to because, of course, it has meta implications. Alright, so we wouldn't be an in-depth market watch without telling you guys why certain cards won the event or why certain cards went up because of winning the event. Congratulations to Thomas Rose for winning the UK Nationals, and he did it with a rather unique Burning Abyss build, not necessarily focusing on Second Slight, even though it's a Second Slight build. We're going to focus on the cards that made this deck really powerful and the cards that might have went up or had an impact on him winning games. First thing we're going to talk about is not one, not two, but 3 copies of Blackluster Soldier. Nobody has taken advantage of this card and won a major event since it came off the list, and it looks like Thomas Rose did a really good job. Burning Abyss feels so many synergies with this deck. He runs enough light targets to be able to summon this card with ease, but more importantly, if he just so happens to draw 2, that could be a game ender. That's 6,000 attack on the board, but even more importantly, Blackluster Soldier can attack once again in a row once it destroys a monster by battle, so it can be a potential up to 12,000 damage depending on how the monsters sit on the board. It's a really powerful and really good game ender inside of the main board. I think that this was a really smart choice because he complements it with so many great light monsters. Effect Veiler being a really good negation card, Fairy Tale Snow, even Solvarus, which is a card we'll talk about a little later. The main card we really want to talk about is why did this card go up? Gelus the Star Beast. This card is extremely awesome in the Light of Sekka build because more often than not, even if he does hard draw it, he can activate its effect and send any of his, I don't know, 37 or 36 other monsters from his deck to a graveyard to get a free summon to his side of the field. It's a level 3 monster, so it complements really well to make Dante the Traveler of the Burning Abyss. He's playing Altergeist? Well, no problem. Summon Rescue Cat, use Rescue Cat's effect to summon 2 Gelus the Star Beast to make your Dante Traveler of the Burning Abyss, or any of your other rank 3 monsters. Or if you're playing against a deck like Scar Striker, summoning Rescue Cat, then use it to summon Elephant and Gelus the Star Beast to your side of the field to synchro summon for a Notoria Beast. I don't know if you guys heard the knock, but we just got a new package from Amazon, and it's going to be using this camera. I'm going to actually start using these on my deck profiles, or using this camera on my deck profile so you guys can get a face cam as well. But on back to the video, Notoria Beast is really powerful against this format because it stops Sky Striker. It prevents them from using all of their spells, which is more than half of their deck. If you're playing a Sky Striker Trickstar variant, I don't think that they were expecting Notoria Beast, which is such a big surprise to them, seeing that they can't activate more than half of their deck. But even if they were to have cards like Infinite Impermanence, that's where my card Suave Suave comes into play. This card is extremely powerful. As you guys can see, he does not play the Ritual Spell card, but what it does is if your opponent targets one of your monsters, you can discard this card to negate the effect. So he has a little bit of protection inside of his Notoria Beast inside of Suave Suave Suave. Another card that I want to talk about, other than Rescue Cat being a beast of a card, get it? Rescue Cat, it's a beast monster, beast, is Magic Deflector. I don't understand why this card hasn't been played more a little bit, because reading its effect, you can see that it's extremely powerful. It was played inside of the Monarch format, so we as Yu-Gi-Oh players don't have much of an excuse. For the rest of the turn, negate all equip, field, continuous, and quick play spell cards on the field. Oh my god. So no multi-rolls, no Widow Anchor, no Hornet Drones, no Aerial Space. Oh my god, this is nasty against Sky Striker. Really powerful against them. So that's pretty much it that we can say about the deck profile. Now let's start off into the market watch of cards. Why have cards going up if they have going up? Opening up with Notoria Beast, it sits at about $40. 35 for lightly played, 37 for near mint, and it only goes up. The secret rare versions go for about $10. The ultra rare versions go for about $7, and the gold rare versions go about $6 themselves. So this is a terrible target for a buyout, and let me explain to you guys a couple of reasons why. The first thing is that Notorious Beast, while dual terminal, you're gonna have to have quite a bit of money to buy this card out. It's quite a few qualities, especially from this Sculptor Games. I don't know where the hell you got 19 copies of dual terminal Notorious Beast, but kudos to you. It's gonna require quite a bit of money to buy these guys out and to make them go up in price. The second thing is that there are so many prints of Notorious Beast. There's a secret, there's an ultra, there's 2 golds. Buying all of these Notorious Beast out will be pretty hefty, and they're not in low quality either. This Notorious Beast, there's 12 copies, or no. There's 1, 3, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 2, 4, 3, 3. That's a lot of copies on the market right now. I think that it's just not profitable to buy these cards. And my last and most compelling reason that if somebody does buy this card or buy these Notorious Beast out, there's so many qualities of this. I'm pretty sure players can go through their stuff and find a copy of their own, or players that can go through their stuff and find multiple copies and then just flood the market back. I think it's a terrible target for a buyout, but you guys should have a copy of Notorious Beast yourself. Now, me, myself, being the TheCaliEffect king of games, I always got that super duper scrumpalicious dual terminal, because that's what we do. But getting yourself a secret ultra or gold isn't bad. I'm not gonna look down at you. Who the hell am I? It's a Notorious Beast that does the exact same effect. So pick up yourself a copy of Notorious Beast if you guys don't have one. Its implications into any given format are always viable, because spells are always viable themselves. On to the next card, we're gonna be talking about Rescue Kizzle. There's only 2 hollow copies of Rescue Kizzle, and I have a little bit of a story between Rescue Kizzle. Let me go ahead and refresh just to make sure it didn't go up again. Rescue Kizzle is one of my favorite cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game since SKYROCKET, and I actually only had 1 copy of Turbo Pack, the super rare version of Rescue Cat. It was $15. It's been $15 for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's been $15 for an extraordinarily long time. This list comes out, now it's $18. Will Rescue Cat ever go back down to $15? Probably never again. This card is so fucking ancient. Once it gets bought out, I don't think it's going back down. I think that there's a very limited quantity of these cards. So once it gets to a set price, it's just gonna stay there. My thinking of the set price, I think a max would be 40 and the lowest would probably be about 20. There's only 3 left on the market for 18. So it's already getting close towards that 20 print. Now, if you guys aren't too keen on buying, super swag Rescue Cats, you might want to pick up these Rescue Cats before it is too late. There is 1 copy for about $3, another copy for $3.50, $3.50, and then looking at the more prices, it only gets worse and worse. There's gonna be about a $5, $6 range on these cards, so if I were you, I'd probably pick up these last 3 copies if you don't have Rescue Cat and you want Rescue Cat for your deck before it is too late. This card is extremely powerful. Now, for the people that can't afford either or, there's obviously still those budget options. Rescue Cat does come quite a few times in common, and like we said with the Notorious Beast, they work in common just like the same way they do in super rare. It's just rarity whores like myself that prefer not to play the lower rarity. On to the next card, we're going to be talking about Gelus the Star Beast, the star of the show. Get it? Gelus the Star Beast, because, all right, anyways. If I were to ever say don't believe the hype inside of a card, I wish I had my shirt that said don't believe the hype. This is the card. Gelus the Star Beast was a $1 card. I want to say maybe 4 days ago was a $6 card for the GX promos ultra rares. And actually, if I remember correctly, somebody posted up they had 50 copies of this card. Like, will this card ever go up? And everybody was like, no. And then it shot up to $50. Now, it's definitely at $20 right now. But if you guys want to buy this card, don't buy it at $20. It is the worst investment ever. Gelus the Starbird was really good in Monster Mash. And that's why it's one of my more favorite cards. It also fits the realm of a SKYROCKET potential card. And I always wanted it to be inside of a deck that Monster Mash and SKYROCKET could collide, which just so happens to be Burning Abyss. Now, here's my problem. I don't have a playset of my own favorite cards. I can only find 1 Gelus the Star Beast, but I am not going to trip. I'm not going to buy this card at $20, and I urge you guys not to buy it. I expect people to just pop out of the nowhere with 50 million copies of this card because it was only $1 and it's been out for so long. Yes, the prints of this card aren't that easy to get, but still, I just don't trust it being a $20 card. I think it's more, at the very best, a $5 card. And then there's always the commons, which are less than $1. So if you guys really want to play Gelus Star Beast and don't believe the hype, but want to play Gelus Star Beast, buy this card. By the, I don't even want to say by the end of the year, maybe by September, this card will be nothing again, because that's just how Yu-Gi-Oh works sometimes. On to the next card, we're going to be talking about Blackluster Soldier. This card was played as a 3-of inside of Thomas Rose's deck. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Dark Revelations version. Never trust Dark Revelations cards. They're expensive for no reason. Now, the damage to moderately played is around $13, $14, but the unlimited, oh my God, kill my soul, rest me, is $50 freaking dollars. I would rather get an ultra rare copy from the OG set first ed for a cheaper price. So looking into that Blackluster Soldier, we have damaged and moderately played for $7 through $13. That's fine, I really don't care. It's getting to $14. I'm getting a little scared right now. It's still not a near mint. We're almost at $20. That's kind of scary, but still nowhere near 40. Ha! Here we go. An unlimited near mint for $22-ish. So you're not that far off. Now, if we keep pressing to go towards the first eds, I want to see where a first ed near mint Blackluster Soldier from Invasion of Chaos, the first set. Oh my fucking God. The first one is at almost $70. Ain't that a bitch? God damn it. Now look, if you guys know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, there's only 2 copies for $72. I think I can go a little deeper and probably find, oh my God, it just gets nastier the more lower you go. Now, Invasion of Chaos, if I remember correctly, came out like 13 years ago. So the odds of you guys finding cheaper Blackluster Soldiers, check eBay, I guess. I mean, eBay, when it comes to stuff like this, eBay might have it. eBay might not. And if this is because of the Burning Abyss deck being played, you might be able to snipe a couple from a couple of other sites. I use TCGPlayer because it's the more relative sites. It's just more trusted sellers on this site than as eBay. But that doesn't mean that eBay is just completely discredited. I bought some really awesome cards from eBay in itself. But still, almost $100, $70 to $100 for a first ed Blackluster Soldier. I hope you guys still had your Invasion of Chaos ones since they were banned. On to the card of the hour, Magic Deflector. Oh my God, why is this card so cheap? And it's such low quality on the market. Pick these guys up before it is too late. I might just pick me up a set because that's kind of nasty low, and I ain't trying to have that. I would get myself a set if I were you. I can see this card definitely being bought out, mainly because there's so many low qualities, and then once you start getting to the higher qualities, it's $291. Still a really cheap card. This is exactly what happened to Gelus the Starbird. The Starbird was, you know, $1, and all of them got bought out, now they're 50. This card is actually good and can be quite some expense. Now, it does have another print. If I remember correctly, it does come in common, so for you budget players, there's always a common option available. Just hope that that common version isn't from, I hope it's not from there. I really hope for you guys' sake it's not from there. Is it from there? No, it's from Abyss Rising, so you're okay. For a second, I thought it was from Star Strike Blast. I'm like, you niggas is fucked. On to the next card, the last card that we're going to be talking about, and I actually want to give you guys a little bit of insight. I saw this card last night. It was $6. As you guys see, now it's $9.49. I went to sleep, woke up, it was $8. Did a video on this card, like did a market watch, messed up the entire market watch. It was $8.99. You guys just saw it, it was $9. Now it's $9.49. I mean, and that's just in the matter of 20 minutes. This card is just increasing and increasing and increasing in price. I am very fortunate that I have 17 copies of them. And this card only has one print. It's from the Invasion Vengeance set. So we can expect this card to probably hit the $15 range. And the reason why it's so powerful is because it can negate the activation of cards that target your monsters. Oh my God, that's just good. And even more importantly, for ritual-based decks, it can negate summons and is searchable by pre-preparation of rights. So it's a pretty solid card. When this card came out, it was about $1. Nobody cared about it. People hated to pull it. I don't really blame you. In Invasion Vengeance, I'd rather pull other secret rares at that point in time too. It's about a 2, maybe a 1 or 2, 3-year-old set. So I'd rather pull other secret rares, but I picked these cards up for free. People were throwing them in as a part of a trade, wound up getting 17 copies of them, and here we are. Just looking at certain cards, you can just tell that they have so much potential, and this is one of them. Did it have a potential that year? No. Did it have potential the next year? No, but I knew it had potential somewhere down the line. On to the next card. We're going to be talking about cards that are decreasing in price, and my boy, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Well, I guess that's what you get for posting by the door. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage has decreased from a $120 card all the way down to its lowest point at $80. Let's just go ahead and refresh it just to be sure. Nope, it is not creeping up. $78, $83, $84, $85, and then $90. Just imagine this card decreasing from $120 to $80. That's not safe, but again, if, as I said in the Dark Savior set review, this card wasn't a $120 card to begin with. It is a $60 card, and people are starting to realize that Sky Strikers are great. It's an amazing engine, but it's not the end-all be-all inside of this format. Next Sky Striker card we're going to be talking about is Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor, and this card is actually pretty good, but it's hindered by two things. First of all, pure Sky Strikers is not as strong as Sky Striker Trickstar. B, Sky Striker Trickstar only needs one copy, so it's going to continue to drop until a deck can use more than one copy of them. I can see it being a $15 card at the end of the day, but don't expect it to get it for anywhere near to $15. Ironically, I see people pulling this more than Afterburner, so it is what it is. Infinite Impermanence on the decline, and you can attribute Infinite Impermanence's decline to two things. First of all, it being having a special edition reprint, and secondly, Infinite Impermanence isn't as good as everybody thought it is. Now, is it still a very powerful card? Yes. It is the dimensional barrier-like trap card of what we have right now. It is the evenly matched of evenly matches set, but it's not as powerful as everybody thought it is to be. It's a little bit stronger than Effect Veiler if you don't play Second Light or if you don't play a Blackluster Soldier. So it does have its advantages and it does have its disadvantages. It's a pretty solid card. I can see it being $50, $60 at being its lowest point. I don't really see it anything lower than this, and I still need a playset myself. On to the next card, Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. These are cards that you guys should really look into picking up, or if you don't have them, picking up right now. I think Heavy Metal Foes Electromite is at its just about at its lowest point. I'm not 1,000% sure if Extreme Force will be reprinted inside of the Mega Packs. Actually, yes, it is a candidate for the Mega Packs. So you might want to hold off just a little bit until the Mega Tins are confirmed. But if the Mega Tins aren't confirmed with Heavy Metal Foes Electromite in it, this is probably the lowest point you're going to get for the best Pendulum card. You guys might want to pick it up. People often forget how expensive this card was because it was that damn powerful. It was a $70 card at one point in time. So Electromite is definitely worth a pickup. And if you guys want to, invest into it right now, I wouldn't put it past you if you feel that it won't come inside of the Mega Tins. I don't see it being a cover card. So there's that. Regardless, this card will go back up someday. Next is Inspector Border, another card from Extreme Force that I just don't understand why this is so cheap. This is almost guaranteed inside of the Mega 10, so I would hold off on it a little bit more. But if you guys can pick it up for really cheap, then hell, just go for it. If you can get it as a, a small throw-in, or if you're, a person that you're trading with doesn't have enough value and you see cards like this, I mean, hell, it's going to go up in the, I don't want to say in the near future, but sometime around. It's a pretty powerful card. Next, just looking at sets, looking into the Legendary Collection Kaiba, this set has aged really well. Ash Blossom sitting at $45, Droll Lock sitting at $20. This is actually the highest rarity Droll Lock, and it looks really good. Ghost Ogre still being $12, $13. Card of Demise being $13, Raigeki being $11. This is the cheapest Raigeki on the market, if I remember correctly, especially for an ultra rare. Utopia Lightning being a $9 card. Now here's where things get a little interesting inside of this set. You have Secret Rare Terraforming, Secret Rare Return of the Dragon Lord, Secret Rare Bills. Nobody likes gold rares. ABC Dragon Buster, Trade-ins is Secret Rare, Dragon Shrine Secret Rare, Double Summon is Ultra Rare, highest rarity, Sage with the Eyes of Blue is Secret Rare, Delinquent Duos, Dragon Ravine, White Stones. You have so many cards in here that are really cheap right now, but are really, really good, like the highest of the highest rarity. Melody of the Dragon Awakenings for the cheap. I say you guys pick these cards up. I mean, mainly because they're so fucking cheap, you can't lose. If Blue Eyes ever becomes competitive, what are we gonna look for? We're not gonna look for super melodies. We're not gonna look for common melodies. We're not gonna look for ultra melodies. We're gonna look for secret rare melodies. And this is a card I also want to highlight, Thunder Dragon. This card is the pinnacle of pluses. and it's actually still rising. It's the pinnacle of pluses. It's 85 cents right now. I just like this card so much. I think it's one of those cards that'll just pop up. Same thing with Just Desserts. I couldn't find this card at more than one quality. It's such a low quality right now. You just can't buy a playset from one single person because people know that this card is not that bad, especially with the new time rules. I think Just Desserts might be one of those sneaky cards. That's just, you know, sets I was looking at previously. The Duelist Saga set is actually one of the more underrated sets. And I want to say that mainly because everything that came inside of this set was relatively cheap. And then it started to get a little bit more expensive. Blackluster Soldier sitting at 8s. Fact Veiler's going to 6s, 7s. Imperial Order's going to 5s. Mizuki's going to 4s. I just wanted to say how this was actually a $9 card for the longest until the reprint got announced. But still, it'll go back up. I think it'll be a pretty decent price. Pot of Duality's going to 4s. Dark Law's going to 3s. Solemn's like, this is a creepy good set. And it's going up just steadily. Cards are steadily going up, so definitely watch out for cards inside of this Duelist Saga set. This is from Destiny Soldiers. I'm not a big fan of Destiny Soldiers, especially since their most important card got reprinted. I would not buy boxes of this card. It's completely trash now that Itchel is just not a card getting reprinted inside of the set. Nastin wasn't good, but Destiny or Celestial only has one print and it's from this set. It's $8, now the most expensive and sought after card in this set. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, Wild Hope is still a card, Malicious is still a card, but that's pretty much it. Actually, what does Wild Hope do? That's kind of expensive for a Abyss Actor card. Once per turn, you can target one Abyss Actor card in your Pendulum Zone. Its scale becomes 9. You cannot special summon. Okay, that's not that great unless you're playing Abyss Actors. Once per turn, you can make this card gain 100 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you can currently controls into the end of the turn. This card is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can add one Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand, so it's the Stratos of the deck. I can see this card being expensive solely because Abyss Actor is getting support, but it's still going down in price. I'd still probably pick up a set if you guys are looking for that Abyss Actor support. People have noticed this card, put it on the spotlight. Next, we're looking at the Invasion Vengeance set, another set that has fall high and low, or just completely low. Other than Black Comet and of course Suaverus, this set isn't really worth anything. Dimensional Barriers to a 5, I definitely pick some of those up. Totally Awesomes, I definitely pick some of those up. And again, this is the most expensive card for that set. People were trying to pull Totally Awesomes and Dimensional Barriers, but oh, how the mighty have, or how the tides have turned, how the mighty have fallen. Solverus is the most expensive card in this set. And now looking at the Dark Illusions, a set that will always sit really well because it's only had one print, and a lot of the cards weren't printed inside of the Megatins. Magician Navigation, I don't know why the market price is still 20 because it's been around $5 for the longest. Desires are 15. This is actually an excellent buy. Desires at $15 because they only have one secret rare print, and it's that. So that's just excellent. I think this card will forever be good. Coral Dragon, Spiral Super Agent, just really solid cards inside of this set. I think that this is another sleeper card, but we gotta wait. Nirvana will be, I don't know why it's $5, Magician Circles, and Shiranui Solitaire. Overall, this set did age pretty nicely. Not as good as we hoped it to be, but still not a terribly, bad set. Next, looking at the Battle of Legends, the previous Battle of Legends before we have, and lastly, we have Galaxy Soldiers at $8. You know, the Pill's still sitting at 7, Cypher Lord Omega's at 8. This set's pretty good. A card I want to highlight out of this set, of course, is Minerva and Anti-Spell Fragrance. These cards' time have not risen yet, but Minerva's at an all-time low with $5. Anti-Spell Fragrance at an all-time low with $5 as well. And then Crystal Wings at $5 as well. Those cards have actually been trending up a little bit, the Anti-Spell Fragrance and Crystal Wing themselves, but it's just really weird to see those cards, which were once expensive, really cheap. A last card I want to talk about, last card, it's going to be Rescue Ferret. This card's actually pretty dope. It's only $2. Just reading its effect, you can shuffle this card from you control to your deck, special summon monsters to your field, except Rescue Ferrets, whose total levels equals 6 to a link monster you point to, but those summon monsters have their effects are negated. Destroy them during the end phase. It's like a mini Rescue Cat for link monsters. I think that this card will have its calling one day. Really excited to see its price dip to an all-time low. I think this is the best time to get it. You could probably get it as a throw-in in trades. It's like $2. Nobody really cares about it right now. And it's a card that I think is going to go up. Might take a couple years, but it will go up. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this market watch. If you did, go ahead and give us a like. Also, let us know down below in the comment section what you guys would like to see, improvements that you guys would like to see, if any. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys having a great day like I am.